People should go about their lawful businesses without any fear. We want to encourage people to continue to have confidence in the Nigerian police force.
I started in Anambra, then I come to Lagos. I'm advising that anybody.
In the heart of Lagos, where luxury and fear sleep side by side, there once lived a man who drove exotic cars, wore golds, watches, and smiled like a saint. But behind the smile was the mind of a predator. He wasn't a cultist. He wasn't a ritualist. He was something worse. A businessman who turned human lives into transaction. They called him EVANS, the billionaire kidnapper. For 5 long years, he built a silent empire, powered not by oil, not by politics, but by ransom. Men disappeared in daylight. Families sold everything just to hear one familiar voice again. And through it all, EVANS watched from behind tinted glass, counting his dollars until one quiet morning in Magodo, GRA, the hunter finally became the hunted. This is the untold story of the man Nigeria feared, EVANS, the billionaire kidnapper. Magodo, GRA, a place of peace, luxury, and quiet wealth. At night, the streets are empty, street lights on. No one could imagine that behind one of those gates lived a man whose name would soon echo through every radio, TV, and police station in Nigeria. His name was Chukwudi, but the world will come to know him by a simpler, deadlier name, EVANS. EVANS wasn't born a monster. He was born a dreamer. Nnewi, Anambra State, a town famous for wealth and trade. From childhood, he watched trailers loaded with spare parts, the smell of engine oil filling the air. The boys he grew up with wanted to be traders, importers, and EVANS wanted that too. He wanted money, the kind that buys respect, security, and fear. He left Nnewi young and found his way to Lagos, the city where dreams either grow or die. In the chaotic market of Nnewi Line and Trade Fair, he worked as a motor spare apprentice. He was quiet, calculating, and intelligent, the kind of man who noticed how money moved. And for a while, it seemed EVANS would be another success story. But fate had other plans. Around 2006, after years of struggling, EVANS lost everything. A shipment of auto parts, his life's investment, was seized by customs. He claimed it was worth 25 million naira. That loss broke something inside him. From that day, EVANS stopped chasing success the honest way. He started chasing revenge against poverty. He left Nigeria for South Africa, where the streets whispered of easier money. Some say he got involved in drug trafficking. Others claim he learned the art of ransom, how to take what you want without selling a product, without working, without sweat. When he returned to Nigeria years later, he came back to a changed man, calm, charming, and completely ruthless. In Lagos, he built 2 lives. By day, he was a businessman. By night, a ghost that snatched men from their driveways and sent families into chaos. He rented mansions in Magodo and Nigando. He married, he had children, he attended church. To his neighbors, he was quiet and polite. But beneath the designer suits and soft smiles, he was already building what will soon become Nigeria's most feared kidnapping network. Police reports described a man who targeted only the rich, importers, traders, oil dealers, pharmacists. Ransom was never in naira. He demanded dollars, hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions. He planned every detail like a chess master. His gangs never knew each other. One group would kidnap, another would guide the victim, and Evans alone controlled the ransom talks. That way, no one could betray him completely because no one knew the full picture. His victim described him as calm, never shouting, never emotional. He would call the family personally. His voice was low, firm, and frightening polite. "Bring $200,000, he would say. "Your husband will come home." And he always kept his word. If the ransom was paid, if not, silence. One businessman, Uche Okoro, was taken in 2015. They held him for over 2 months. His family sold land, borrowed money, begged, and finally delivered $1 million in cash. He was released, weak, blindfolded, trembling, but alive. That ransom became legend. It confirmed what the police already feared. Lagos had a billionaire kidnapper. The police formed task forces, raided dens, and arrested small-time kidnappers. But none of them matched the mystery man's precision. He never repeated locations. He switched SIM cards after every call. He moved his victims between safe houses. Some were kept in underground rooms, blindfolded for weeks, hearing only their own breathing and the box of mosquitoes. To the victims, he was invisible. To the police, he was untouchable. As Evans' wealth grew, so his arrogance. He bought 2 mansions in Magodo, GRA, Phase 2, each worth over 300 million naira. He acquired 2 more in Ghana, traveled under fake passports, and moved cash through untraceable channels. He partied quietly. No loud clubs, no drugs, just power and secrecy. And through it all, he remained a devoted family man. His wife and children had no idea who he really was. The double life was perfect until greed pushed him too far. In 2013, Evans tried to kidnap a billionaire transporter, Chief Vincent, the owner of Young Shall Grow Motors. The operation went wrong. Police engaged his gang in a gun battle. Some of his men were killed, others captured, but Evans escaped, wounded, furious, and suddenly famous among criminals. From that day, the police placed him on their most wanted list. But even while wanted, Evans continued operating more carefully. He moved his base to Lagos Ikeja, then to upscale streets of Magodo. He changed phones every week, sometimes sending one car ahead while he followed another route. The police began calling him the Ghost. Police will say, "We had his number several times, but by the time we traced it, it was gone." He used technology better than some of our own officers. At home, Evans would kneel with his children and pray. He asked God to bless their family, to protect their father from evil men. Little did they know, the evil men he prayed against were police searching for him. Every Sunday, he would smile at his neighbors, attending churches, and return home to count dollars. To him, sometimes crime doesn't look like danger, it looks like success. But every mask eventually cracks. Police intelligence was tightening around him. Informants whispered about a man who never trusted anyone, who moved like smoke. One by one, his lieutenants began to fall. Unknown to him, every luxury car he bought, every call he made, every night he spent in Magodo was bringing the end closer. June 10th, 2017, a cloudy Saturday morning, Evans woke up in his mansion, his children still asleep. He poured himself a cup of coffee. He didn't know that the Nigerian police were already watching from across the street. For years, he had been the ghost. That morning, the ghost was about to be caught. The hunt was over. Evans didn't live like an ordinary people. He lived like royalty. In Magodo, Lagos, he stayed in a 170 million naira mansion with high walls and electric fences. He drove exotic cars, a Mercedes G-Wagon and Range Rover Sports. His neighbors thought he was a businessman dealing in automobile imports. At around 7 a.m., several police vehicles rolled silently into number 3 Fred Shoboyede Street. Officers in plainclothes stepped out, blending with the morning calm. Neighbors didn't even notice until they saw guns drawn and officer leaping over the fence. EVANS was inside, preparing for breakfast, when he heard the first loud bang on his gate. He thought it was a joke. Then came the second, and before he could reach for his pistol, the gate burst open. In broad daylight, the man who once made Nigeria tremble was caught without firing a single shot. No midnight escape, no gun battle, no final stand. Just a stunned silence as officers surrounded him, cuffed his hand and led him away. Neighbors gathered in shock, whispering, "So, EVANS lived here all this while." His wife wept. His children stood frozen, watching their father, the man they thought was a businessman, being led into a waiting police van. That was the end of the empire and the beginning of the legend's fall. Overnight, EVANS became the most talked about man in Nigeria. His face was everywhere: headlines, talk show, and WhatsApp groups. To some, he was a devil. To others, a tragic genius, a symbol of wasted brilliance. When police raided his properties, what they found was shocking. 2 mansions in Magodo, Lagos, 2 houses in Accra, Ghana, a fleet of luxury cars worth over 200 million naira, foreign bank accounts filled with ransom payments in dollars and euros. He had built a criminal network like multinational company with branches, logistics, and layered command. But all of it collapsed in one night. The so-called Billionaire Kidnapper was reduced to nothing but a headline. The same fear he used to control others now controlled him. He was transferred to Kirikiri maximum prison, where he awaited trial under right security. His trial began in August 2017 at the Lagos State High Court. He faced multiple counts: kidnapping, conspiracy, and unlawful possession of firearms. At first, EVANS pleaded not guilty. He claimed the police tortured him into confession, but the evidence was overwhelming: victims' testimonies, photos, and his own accomplices turning against him. As the trial dragged on, Nigerians watched closely. Some feared he might escape justice through corruption. Others wanted him to face the full weight of the law. Then, in February 2022, after nearly 5 years of legal battles, the verdict came. The defendant, Chukwudumeme, aka EVANS, is hereby sentenced to life imprisonment. And just like that, the empire of fear was finally buried. In Kirikiri prison, EVANS became a shadow of himself. No luxury cars, no servants, no family trips, just silence and memories of the empire he lost. He reportedly spent his days reading newspapers, cleaning his cell, and occasionally granting interviews through his lawyer. Some say he has repented. Others believe he still dreams of escaping. But one thing is clear: EVANS will never again walk the streets of Lagos as a free man. EVANS' story is more than crime. It's a mirror of Nigeria's broken system, a system where intelligence, courage, and greed can build in one man. He could have been a businessman, a leader, but instead he became a legend of fear. And in the end, the same fear that made him powerful destroyed him. The story of EVANS is a reminder that crime built on intelligence is still a crime. Wealth built on fear is still poverty of the soul. And no matter how powerful you become, justice doesn't forget. He called himself the master. The media called him the billionaire kidnapper. But history will remember him as a man who sold his genius to darkness. Justice may sleep, but it never dies. Click on subscribe button so that you'll be the first person to be seeing our videos whenever we upload a new video.
Okay, I started in Anambra, then I come to Lagos. The truth of the matter is that I did not do anything in Anambra. I did not do anything in Anambra. Anambra can get the record of it. You understand? Those states is like about 3 times.
Who and who did you kidnap?
I don't know their names.
Oh.
I know about Danodete.
Okay.
You understand now? But I know I know people that do the you understand me now? But each time they said they did not collect 100 million. That what they collected is 50 million. I told you about Uyi Technical and Odete. You understand me now? It's the same people that did Odete, did Uyi Technical.
When did you move to Lagos?
It's
No, they don't have no dates.
2013. I don't normally know names.
Okay.
You understand me now? But anybody I see that I know anything about is, I can easily understand. Because sometimes something will happen, you will not know the name of the person. Anybody that is rich now, you know that he's rich. I have people that give me information. I don't know where they are right now. Okay, each time I want to go for operation, I will connect on phone. I will call them on phone. Like, let's meet so and so place.
Okay.
Before we will start going for the operation. I know get army uniform. You understand? I know get army uniform.
Like, how many of you normally go for the operation?
3 or 4. When we get there, we'll carry the man and put inside motor and go. No, it's not inside the house. It's maybe around the road.
So you wait for your victims to come out?
Yes. Okay, the highest money we collected is from First Tag, $1 million. From somebody even in First Tag. It's just because maybe they are wasting time. You understand? Because when they are wasting time, you have to wait for the money to be complete. You have some people that will be feeding them over there. They have some people there that will be feeding them. Just one.
Where?
It's around the Egondo area.
Was it is rented apartment or you built it?
Rented apartment.
Okay.
The name of the boys is Uche. And
How many of them?
just there are 2.
Okay, just 2.
They armed?
I can't remember his name.
You say you can't remember the
Are they
second
armed?
person.
No. I know the boy called he's an Igbo boy. He's from Agre. Yes. His name is escaping me, but I'll remember.
Okay. How much do you pay them? How long have they been working for you then?
It's not quite. It's okay. The boy is a new person, but Uche is the old person.
Okay. How much do you pay Uche before this boy joined?
2 million naira
Every month or every operation?
every operation.
2 million.
No matter the amount. Do you cheat
Sometimes
your
it's
boss?
above that.
Your 2IC, how much do you give him? Do you know after each
Your
operation?
second in command.
It depends on the money we got, we make.
Who collects the ransom first? Who goes to collect?
I can make the call, but
Okay.
they can go and collect the money. It's when they bring the money, we have to share it, all of us.
How many are you in the court?
Like 6.
You have boys in each state?
Yes. It's only 6 people I have in Lagos here now. I don't have anyone in Edo now.
No.
And I don't have both in Anambra, I don't have.
If you want to go and kidnap in Edo, what do you do?
That time, that is phone call. That was that time. We make phone call, then we'll gather together.
Where do you gather? Where do you meet?
We can meet along the road. Like along the road now, you ask somebody to wait for you there. Or you can there pick in with motor.
Tell us about your family, your mom, your sister. They know what you do.
As for my mom don't know what I do like that.
Where do you meet with your mom?
I normally see her once in a while, like in the village. She, as a human being, she know. You understand now, but it's not that she's in support.
Where is your sister?
She's in Lagos, yeah.
She's in Lagos. What about your sister? Does she know what you do?
My sister? No. I bought it for 130 million.
From who?
Huh?
From who? Wait. From an individual, from a company?
An individual.
When did you buy it? When? What year?
It's last year.
Okay, just where were you living before you bought this house?
I was living somewhere around here.
Around here too?
Yes.
How many houses do you have in Magodo environment?
There's 2 houses.
2 houses. How many houses do you have in Ghana?
I have 2. I built it myself. I did not buy.
Okay.
Just
How
buy
much did you
block.
put in building it?
It's 15 million I put.
And I
That's
asked you,
15 million. Meaning what?
For the 2 of them.
for the 2 of them, 30 million.
Yes.
Is it a bungalow?
It's a duplex. I don't have house in Canada.
No get.
It's not me that care. I don't care.
It's your
I
voice now.
don't care.
Who killed it?
Please, so.
You know, I would not know. Even somebody died, I don't know. The young Chagro story is that that day I was driving. So anything that happened, I was driving.
How many of you?
You drove your boys?
Yes,
Damn, that was a...
How many of you?
we are 5.
How many died there?
2.
Who? What happened to 2?
They got shot.
Who and who?
It's Uche and
Punchman.
yes,
Eh? How many
yes,
of you survived? Mention the name.
3.
Who and who?
It's in, his name is Nandi and they're calling him. There's one guy, I don't walk or something like that. I don't.
And who again? The third person.
Me.
The young Shagro operation. Who and who fired gun in that operation?
You know, I was driving.
Yeah, I know.
You understand now?
Who and who carried AK and came out to fire?
Okay, so Uche and Onchman and Nandi.
How did you sustain this letter?
Wait,
You say what?
It's when I'm doing drug business in South Africa. That is when I got the birth wound.
How?
Somebody shot me.
How many countries have you got?
Only South Africa and Ghana.
When you get your ransom from here, where do you spend it on? How do you spend it?
I spent it here in Nigeria. I have not traveled since 2007.
How do you feel that your children will be seeing something like this?
I don't have any message for them. God will take control. I'm advising that anybody that's doing kidnapping should quit.